Hello guys, in today's video we'll be discussing about the interquartile range under continuous series. In the last video we solved the problems of interquartile range under individual observation method and discrete series. Now the formula for continuous series changes with Q1 and Q3. The formula of IQR remains the same, that is Q3 minus Q1, but here identifying the quartile 1 is different. First we have to identify with size of n by 4th term. You get the quartile class only. The class interval is identified, not yet the actual value of Q1. To identify the actual value, you need to apply another formula, that is Q1 is equals to L plus n by 4 minus cumulative frequency of preceding class divided by actual frequency into C. You get the actual value of Q1. Similarly with Q3, size of 3 into n by 4th term, you just get quartile class. The extended formula is Q3 is equals to L plus n by 4 minus cumulative frequency of preceding class divided by frequency into C. You get actual value of Q3. So after identifying Q1 and Q3, you have to just simplify this formula IQR. The second formula is identifying quartile deviation, that is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Third one is coefficient of quartile deviation, that is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. Now let's get into the problems. Okay, the first problem says from the following data compute quartile deviation and its coefficient. These two columns are only the questions. They've given you the marks and number of students. So marks is the class interval, number of students is the frequency. Since the frequency is random, this is the actual frequency. This question is asked in 2016. Now the datas are like this: 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. So what did you understand? The difference between all the class interval is 10. So they have given us the frequency. Under continuous series, it is very much necessary to identify the cumulative frequency less than. You already know why do we need this, because if it is individual observation method, we could directly identify which is the actual value. Since here it is continuous series, we will not know exactly what is the answer. So you have to identify the cumulative frequency. How do you identify? Keeping frequency as a base, right? 15 as it is. 15 plus 18 gives you 33. 33 plus 20 gives you 53. 53 plus 9 gives you 62. 62 plus 6 is 68. Now the total of this frequency is n is equals to 48. Here n is the total of frequency. So the first formula is identifying interquartile range, Q3 minus Q1. Q1 is size of n divided by 4th term. What is n here? The total of frequency 68. So 68 divided by 4th term is size of 17th term. You get 68 divided by 4 is 17. So where does this 17 lies? Under the cumulative frequency, the 17th term lies under 33. Its corresponding frequency is 8. Its corresponding class interval is 20 to 30. So we have just known and identified the quartile class. I have to know exactly the value between this 20 to 30. So the second formula of Q1 will be applied, that is L plus n by 4 minus cumulative frequency divided by f into C. So here L is this. 20 will be L. This 18 will be the frequency. Cumulative frequency of preceding would be 15 into C. C is the difference between 20 to 30 is 10. So here I am simplifying that. Lower limit is 20 plus n by 4 is 17 minus 15 divided by 18 into 10. I have marked all these in the question itself. So next is Q1 is equals to 20 plus 1.11. So if you add these two, you get Q1 is equals to 20.11. We have identified Q1. Now Q3 formula is size of 3 into n by 4th term. So 3 into n we have already identified here, that is 68. So 68 divided by 4th term, Q3 is equals to 51 term. So this 51 lies under cumulative frequency of 53. You need to mark that. Its corresponding frequency is 20 and its corresponding class interval is 30 to 40. So the second formula of Q3 is L plus n by 4, the same formula whatever we have written for Q1. So how do you simplify this? The lower limit for this is 30 plus 51, that is n divided by 4, whatever you have identified is 51, I have written that, minus 33. So 33 here is the preceding of cumulative frequency, that is I have identified cumulative frequency as 53, its preceding is 33, so I have written 33, divided by 20 is the actual frequency, into 10, that is the difference between 30 to 40. So if you simplify this, you get 30 plus 9, so Q3 is equals to 39. Similarly, you have to do with the Q1. I think I did not tell you how did you get this 17. This 17 is n by 4th term. Whatever you have identified here is the 17 that I have written here. Okay. Now you have to simply apply the formula, that is IQR is equals to Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is 39 minus Q1 is 21.11. So the answer is 18.11. Okay. Now the second formula is quartile deviation, that is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. You know the answer for Q3 is 39 minus Q1 is 21.11. So divided by 2 you get 8.945. The third formula is coefficient of quartile deviation, that is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. If you simplify that, you will be getting 0.2976. Okay, the next question is, they may ask you the question slide differently, but the formulas and the method remains the same. They're asking you to compute coefficient and quartile deviation from the following. They've given you two columns as a question, that is profit and number of companies. Here the profit is given under inclusive method. How did you identify it? Because under the class interval, they do not consider the last value in the succeeding year. So it's 4 to 7, 8 to 11. There is no continuous series. So whenever you see the question like this, you need to know that you have to convert this inclusive method into the exclusive method. How do you convert this? We have a formula. Correction factor is equals to lower limit of the succeeding class interval minus upper limit of the preceding class interval divided by 2. Which is the lower limit of succeeding class interval? 8. So I've written 8 minus upper limit of preceding class interval 7. I've written 7 divided by 2, 1 by 2, that is 0.5. This 0.5 needs to be deducted from all the lower limit, and the same 0.5 needs to be added in all the upper limit. I think these methods should be very familiar for you guys, because we have done n number of problems under the third chapter. So you got to know, right? See this 0.5, how it needs to be deducted under lower limit is 4 minus 0.5, you get 3.5. The same 0.5 should be added to this 7. 7 plus 0.5, you get 7.5. Similarly, you need to do with all the remaining steps. After doing this, the next column that we have to identify is cumulative frequency. Keeping this actual frequency as a base, 6 as it is, 6 plus 10 is 16, 16 plus 18 is 34. 34 plus 30 is 64. That's how you need to add and identify this cumulative frequency. After that, the formulas are again same. First you need to identify Q1 and then Q3. Then you need to identify IQR, quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation. Again, this problem is same. The question is an inclusive, convert it to exclusive, and then you need to identify. Another kind of question under this method is find out IQR, quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation. See, they've given you the class interval with more than 0, more than 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So what did you understand? The difference between all the class interval is 10. And they've given you the frequency. You should always make sure whenever the question or the class interval is in more than series, then the frequency will definitely be under cumulative frequency more than. That is descending order, from the highest to the lowest it is going. For the solution, I need the actual frequency. So what I have to do first is I need to first identify the class interval more than 0 to 10. So that is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70 and 70 to 80. The next column that I have to identify is the actual frequency. How do you identify actual frequency? Coming from the last, 10 as it is, 10 minus 18 is 8, 18 minus 26 is 8, 26 minus 38 is 12, 38 minus 54 is 16, 54 minus 78 is 24, 78 minus 91 is 13, 91 minus 100 is 9. So you need to total this column, you get 100. That means the column calculation is right. These two should match. After this, the third column that we have to identify is cumulative frequency less than. For the solution, we need less than cumulative frequency, not more than. So again, how do you identify? Keeping actual frequency as a base, 9 as it is, 9 plus 13, 22, 22 plus 24, 46, plus 16, 62, plus 12, 74, plus 8, 82, plus 8, 90, plus 10, 100. And the remaining formula solution is again the same. These are the kind of problems that will be asked under interquartile range. I have solved all kind of problems. I'll be sending you guys the photocopy of the photos of this in WhatsApp. In case if you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.